Welcome to the first half of the Talk Heavy podcast.
Hey, G, we back for another episode and nobody showed up.
No.
Hey, listen, we supposed to have a special guest staying here. They might be late, but we can't wait on them. We got to get busy, man. The fans need help. People need help. We got questions to answer, and we got to help somebody. So let's start off and let Dev take the show.
Y'all already know who it is, man. It's Dev Nasty, a.k.a. Dangerous Dev Nasty, a.k.a. Choke Your Mama, a.k.a. Choke Your Pop Out. And to the left of me is the Mixed Mud with the big bird.
Favorite mulatto.
Yo, I thought
She's about to start killing that shit.
Bro, I thought bars was on the way.
You hit me out of nowhere. You know, I gotta be in the mood.
My bad.
It's your favorite mulatto, Monica, also known as Monica.
Also known as the first lady of Talk Heavy podcast. I thought you waited with all that shit.
She was on beat until the white side kicked in.
That shit was like, it's not unusual. He lost it. Yeah. It's the Prince of Hunting Park, the BBW lover, the pregnant woman slayer, Mr. 2 push-ups a night, the man built in the image of God himself, Slice Maximus.
It's the North Philly legend. Strawberry Mansion's finest. The BBW hater, the pregnant woman creator. They still calling me Jesus' first cousin. He go raw cause the condom keep bussin'. From North Philly to South Beach, cause that's about as long as this pipe reach. You should always fuck with a chick that stutter from the get-go, cause you might bust your nut before she say no.
And ladies,
Sucking dick is good for your mental health, so don't do it for him.
Do it for yourself.
G_winner.
she said that with such confidence.
Yeah,
you just know.
she's
She's learning.
been sucking dick lately.
Practice me.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Say that in front of your dad.
We got people, right, with some serious questions. And like each week, the questions get more and more serious because they really need our help.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not even off the wall. I think we're counselors.
Yeah.
And I think y'all need to accept the fact that without degrees, that you guys are therapists, you guys are counselors,
Life
you
coaches.
guys are life coaches, you guys are motivational speakers. And so I want to try to help somebody today like we always do.
Okay.
All right.
I feel like a motivational speaker.
I have a gentleman, man. He wrote in as a nice small paragraph, but I'm going to try to read through it because he really, really says he needs our help.
All right, buddy.
Yeah.
Is he watching?
Yeah, he's watching.
I hope so.
Shit.
Hey, Talk Heavy. My wife recently told me she's unhappy in our marriage because she feels like I don't listen to nothing she has to say. She feels like when dealing with me, she's dealing with a child due to the fact that she seems to have the same conversations all the time about what she feels and what she's discussed in the past. She's even going as far to say, and I hit the button and fucked up, but hold on. She even goes as far to say that I don't use my common sense even when I feel I do try and do my best to be for our family. I tell her that things slip my mind and she gets tired of that response. She hit me with the fact that I could remember to do all the shit at my job and the shit that interests me like sports rules and video games, but not the important conversations we have, which hits me hard because I kinda true from true from her viewpoint, but I don't feel that it is the case because every time we talk, it's important to me. I am a forgetful nigga, but I try my hard when we have a conversation to make sure that I'm paying attention, but I still seem to always fuck up. I'm asking, what should I do? I love my wife, who's nothing but patient with me and makes me feel like I'm the most blessed man in the world, but what do I do to fix this problem?
You love her, but you don't respect her. You don't listen to her. I think she's 100% right. I think just by the way you put together these sentences, the way you wrote that in, this is all him.
It's all him.
Everything that this man said makes me think about my son. When he come home with a report card that ain't up to snuff, and you sitting there like, nigga, you can remember how to build all that shit in Fortnite. You know exactly what this is, who got what kill rate. You can shoot a nigga on the game from so far away that you calculate the wind and it hits the boy in the head that's riding in the Jeep and shit like that. But you telling me that you come home with this motherfucking D+ on the report card.
It's because, for him and for your son, it's because when bitches talk, niggas' ears cut off sometimes. So a lot of his teachers are probably women. And a lot of times when women talk, niggas don't give a fuck. That shit is we probably hear like 15%.
He said he cared.
He don't care.
But what
He
I
don't
think,
care.
I think
You don't care. It's impossible. When your girl talk, you don't be listening.
Yes, I do.
You don't be listening.
His voice cut out.
Yo, that's crazy.
He can't even strike me to say the words.
Yes, I do. Now, listen.
You probably don't listen. You seem like a nigga that don't listen. I listen.
He does seem like a nigga that like
He's
talks.
he a
He
habitual
knows the
not
generic.
listener.
Listen.
I have ADHD, so my attention span just can't seem to focus.
You want to
on
know
her.
this dude's problem? Fellas out there, please start listening to your girls. Because the niggas that don't listen to their girls, number
Get
one,
cheated on.
number one, you could get cheated on faster.
Faster than
not just because
likely.
she could cheat on you because of that. It's because you can't catch her in her bullshit because you never listen. When you're not listening to her stories, you can't pick out
can't guess the cheat.
inconsistencies because you don't fucking listen. Or even in regular debates, I listen to my girl. So when we debating, I could be like, it was 1:44 p.m. yesterday.
Dad listens
and
for
you
argumentative
said-
purposes.
I don't.
Yeah, I'm
That
a
shit don't,
stand on
that
that.
shit don't matter
listen.
because they just change their mind.
No, man, I can see why his ears shut off. Do y'all hear how his woman talking to him? She's saying it's like a child.
He is like a child.
She's saying like you fucking could play a video game, but you can't pay attention. She's insulting with this conversation. I wouldn't want to listen to her ass either.
He said it was truth. He
so
said it was
you know
truth.
what I hear when she talk? Because she annoyed me through his text message. I hear blah blah blah, blah blah
though,
blah.
But sometimes bitches, they just like say multiple things at once. Like sometimes when you had conversations with women, a lot of times they cram like 5 ideas into one
I'll agree with that.
That's real.
argument. So you
Especially
don't
if-
really know what the fuck to respond to.
That's
Especially if
heavy.
I've been holding it in, and then I gotta remember that I gotta talk to you about this, and then don't forget that he did that shit yesterday.
Yeah,
and
that
then
shit
I
don't
talked
make-
to you
it
all
don't
at
make-
once.
That shit don't make sense.
You can. Yeah, it's
That don't
overwhelming,
make
right?
sense. So what you do is you just respond to the shit that you feel like
No,
isn't important.
No, don't do that unless
like-
you want to create a sociopath. You don't do that.
What?
That's exactly what you guys do to this day. We'll write you a paragraph. We talk a lot. We said a lot. You'll pick out one sentence to reply to. That shit really makes me crazy.
How about this? What
I'm
if
getting
what,
PTSD just
can he
listening.
can he do this? How about you start talking to your wife? Because most likely, if you play games and do all of this other shit, you probably don't talk to your wife
She
at
wants
all.
attention.
So what happens is she might come to you and talk to you about a bunch of shit you don't want to hear. Start talking to her about shit she don't want to hear, and
Oh
then
my
see.
God.
I do it all the time.
And then see.
I do it all the time.
And then switch it on her. You know what I'm saying? When you bring it up later, when you know you had that whole conversation about what you, Kenny, and Tim did yesterday, and then you bring it up the next day, and she like, what you talking about? It's like, I had a whole conversation
Bitch,
with
you don't even
Listen to me. I told you that Timmy did this.
Or-
he did this with Kenny.
Instead of going tit for tat, stop saying the K word. Or
What? Whoa.
Oh shit.
talk
the
to your
fuck?
woman regular. Just talk to her. Because she 9 times out of 10, she wants your attention.
You know what's
If
crazy
she's
though?
complaining to you about the video game and shit
can
like
I
that.
can I tell you? Can I be honest
Can
with
tell.
you though?
K-word.
With most women though, you guys are great talkers and terrible listeners though. Like a
Yeah.
lot of times,
Y'all act like y'all don't got
a lot
2
of
ears
times-
in one mouth.
Yeah, y'all motherfucking mouth do
I
this,
agree.
and y'all don't. Well, y'all probably hear every other thing. Y'all a lot of times y'all just like, I just can't wait till this nigga stop talking.
That's a fact.
And then what you do is you say something after me that has nothing to do with what I just said.
Just to get
Yeah.
your shit out.
Yeah, no. I could be talking to my girl just like, babe, it's crazy. My brother just got his doctorate. This is what's going on. We having this. And then it'd be like, oh, babe, Walmart got curtains on sale.
There you go.
What the?
Like you was waiting to just say that.
This shit can fuck about your conversation.
Yo, you just cut me
You know
off
what it
about
is?
a big accomplishment.
Y'all
in my
making great
family.
points. Women do that shit all the time. We just don't bitch about it. Right? We don't bitch about it. So when you not listening to me, babe, I don't give a fuck. I call GB and talk to him about this shit.
Can we preach on this? Can
Yeah.
we really go?
Oh,
hold on,
let's-
listen.
let's
Hold
go.
on, hold on.
Let's
This
go-
is
let's go
this
in.
is real. This real shit.
Uh-huh.
Women are vocal about every detail that happens in the house.
Yep.
So, for example, when you live in a crib, when you live with your girl, and I've had multiple situations. So, nigga, when you do something like I don't care what it is, any house chore, sweeping the floor, cleaning the bathroom, washing the dishes. A dude will do it in silence.
Oh my God! Can you talk that
Yo,
talk?
a dude will do it in silence. They won't even know. Because people don't realize something like if you do something whatever around the house, clean off a table.
What do women do it in?
Hold on. Sweep the floor. All the random things. You just do it. It's getting done all the time, but you just don't say nothing about it because it's just something you do. A woman will be
gotta sweep the floor. I gotta mop the floor. Let me go down here and mop this floor in this kitchen.
Ain't no more pie story. Every time I go to mop.
So when y'all get into it and they start talking about I did this. A lot of times you be like, I do that too. I just never announced it. Like, yo, I did. How did you think this happened or this happened? How you think that got fixed? Did you pull out the toolbox?
It's because 9 times out of 10 she's doing it the most. So that one time you didn't, no, I didn't recognize.
So what I'm saying,
do it more.
I'll give you some of that.
That could be possible, especially if it's a you do it once thing.
Yeah.
Right? But it's oftentimes that things are done. See, when you do something all the time, it is never going to look like it's dirty. Anything, if you that's the normal clean people. you all you got to do is clean it all the time, and nothing will ever happen. But the certain things, if you let it sit there, you let stuff get junky. That's how it gets like that.
Even doing it one time, like she can sweep every day, right? But the men do shit that's not calculated, like fucking change the oil, do shit like that. It's never that's not on the spectrum of nothing that a woman calculates. I don't even think women appreciate that shit. It's just supposed to.
I agree with you guys on the sense that women do obviously talk more and listen less. It's because, like you said, we're emotional and you guys are logical. So obviously, if I'm an emotional robot who just thinks logical, I'm not gonna have any feelings about it.
Can I tell you?
As an emotional person is gonna talk about everything that comes to her head. So I have been trying to actually think more.
Can I ask you?
Thank you, Monica.
Can I ask you?
You're welcome. I'm the male advocate now.
Do you do this? Women talk so much that when nobody's around, they talk to themselves.
Like a motherfucker.
When they about to do some shit, they don't give a fuck if there's nobody in the house. They be like, oh man, let me just get in here and sweep this floor. Let me just, oh my God.
I feel like older women do these.
So you saying cougars talk to themselves?
Yeah.
She's like cougar something. That's crazy.
Let me call this bitch ass nigga so I can suck his dick.
No, I don't talk to myself. I felt like that's real, like crazy.
Out
loud, I don't talk to
I got some advice for him because I'm trying some new shit at home, right? So what are we working on right now, right? My brother, you didn't try
You finally got them dildos.
Hashtag save the ceiling fans.
No, I got some relationship shit, man. I'm gonna help you, right?
All right, let's go.
I looked up relationship report cards, right? Let me tell you the idea behind it, the concept, which makes sense, right? And anything you do, you want to be evaluated for it, right? So
this
we do
is
this.
going to lead to arguments.
Listen,
real bad. Go.
So we put the podcast out. We want y'all to all comment, like, subscribe. Tell us what we doing, how we doing good. You need that feedback. Because what happens is when men and women are in a relationship, you could be fucking up. You could think you listening to her.
Don't do this.
You could think you listening to her. She
do
could feel you don't pay me any attention, right? So in order to squash that, on that on that report card, when it comes down to listening to her, she's going to give you an A, B, C, D, E, or F. And if you get an F, you can say, yo, teacher, what the fuck is going on? How did I get an F when I listen to your nut ass shit all the time?
That shit going to be like, that shit going to say slice, Instagram, F.
But if you get straight Fs, you might reconsider the school you go to.
Slice.
You might need to go to.
Oh, but slice.
Fuck what I'm saying.
I see what you're saying, but slice. Let me tell you something.
Yes.
I'm gonna tell you why that's dangerous, right?
Go ahead.
The one thing that I've noticed with people who, like Monica said, to Monica's point, don't think logically, that doesn't work. That's called showing them the mirror. A report card is a reflection of your work.
You basically keeping score.
So that's keeping score. So what happens is whenever you're in a relationship with a woman and then you have an argument and you start putting up the mirror, there's a shutdown there. It does not work because the mirror will suggest because also becomes grade correction. Right? The way you're saying it, the teacher done gave me this F report card. Or not say Fs. Let's say they show where I was lacking. But I'll be like, you forgot to grade some parts. Hold on. You forgot to grade some parts. Remember when I bought your mom and dad this? Remember when I had to do this right here for your sister? Remember, hold on,
It
hold on.
make you bring shit up you don't want to bring up.
So what happens is you hold on. You remember when your nephews and nieces came
Do you
to
not
come
think it's
stay with us
sometime
for the summer?
Do you not think it's sometime in a relationship you might need to refresh a motherfucker's
You might need
memory?
to remind me.
but no.
that's-
no.
Is that not heavy? It might cause beef.
It's gonna
might cause beef.
It's gonna cause
But
beef.
at the same
She needs to be smacked
But
in
at the
face
same token, you're not only getting grades from her.
Yeah, you're
giving
giving
her
grades.
grades.
No, but what I'm saying, giving her the
when
grades is
when you do that,
Listen, she
the
get
thing
if
about
you
it-
get an F, you deserve an F.
So what happens when you get a D in sex?
First of all, I got to fucking start cussing.
The
'cause-
crazy part is he does get the D in sex.
No, don't talk to this.
I was trying to think of
shit.
I was trying to think of something.
No, if I got a D in sex, right? Oh, granted, you get a D in sex. This is hard. A man gotta fucking get his ego right.
I don't
No,
think
listen.
any
You know how hard that is. You know how many men fucking their girls right now and they ain't coming and they not
Yeah,
satisfied.
but listen.
But he feels like he's putting it down.
The nigga ain't coming?
No.
The
I'm saying
girls.
he fucking.
The girls.
We was on the show. The girl said she don't come. So you fucking your girl for 6 months and she ain't come. She not happy.
Yeah,
She
but the-
unsatisfied.
Listen,
Yeah,
you
but
think you but you think you putting it down.
That's where the correction comes in. The
That's
grade
when you get an
correction.
F. You like,
Yeah, but
what
she
the
was
fuck?
on like heroin.
No. No.
That's
See,
something
this is,
different.
but to that point, to the point is a lot of this stuff has to do with people. Just like her, she can't even bust off by herself, my nigga. So how you going? You're not the magic man. She the thing that's wrong with that woman is in her.
It's
so
her.
so what happens is in a report card situation, there would be a lot of that in different departments. Some of these things is wrong
It's
with
a
the
her problem,
and
not a
some of
him.
these things are a you problem.
But when you get an F,
Mhm.
if it's her fault, there's something fucked up between you and her. Even if it's her fault, that means if I'm not pleasing her and she's
Yeah.
scoring me an F,
Yeah.
I might need to go fuck
You know what
somebody
that's
else.
gonna do though?
This is crazy.
Everything you're gonna be self-conscious though about everything you do. You're gonna be like, damn, all right, shit, she grading me. Every time you do something,
Yeah.
you're gonna be thinking that you
But
being
you
graded
should.
on
You
it.
guys need to start thinking that.
Nah, but then you don't want to. But then you don't want to keep
Consideration.
score. You don't want to have
Keeping
to.
I don't even
score
think
is
it's
the
keeping
devil.
score.
I don't think
It
it's
is.
keeping
No.
score.
It's
Yeah.
not.
Hold on. What do you call grade? What do you call that when you get something on a test? It's a test score.
Right.
Your grades are a score.
Yeah, but it's
Listen.
not like I did this shit. Like it's not
Nah.
that
Yes, it
kind of
is.
Think
score.
about
It's
this.
like
Think
a,
about
you
this.
didn't do
When
this
you
shit.
get graded in school, when they come up with your grade, it's based off of all the tests you took, the homework.
So if you get an F,
combination of
get an
things.
F in sex,
All right,
don't you want that knowledge from your woman?
I'm
I
gonna
don't
get an
think
A
you
over
do.
here.
I don't think you guys would want that. I don't think you
I
would.
might get an A
I
somewhere
don't.
else.
I don't.
I'm not saying that. You won't.
I don't think people want. I don't think
We
people
don't want
the
the
truth.
truth.
I
No,
don't
no,
want
no,
that.
no, no.
I don't
It's
want
not.
that.
can't handle
As
the
a
truth.
man,
It's-
as a man though, what you said, because it's going to force you to start bringing shit up, right?
Yes.
And as a man, I don't like how that makes me feel
Mind
when I have
reading-
to do
Oh, no,
that.
listen,
That's
my
where you
reading-
guys the disconnect comes into because you don't bring anything up, so then it's all just bottled
All
up
right,
inside.
all right. So what if your
we
girl?
do too much bringing shit to light.
What if your girl was like, regardless of the grades I give you, it doesn't mean that I don't want to be with you. I'm just telling you where you could improve.
That's what it's supposed to be
right.
about.
So let's say your girl puts on there physical attractiveness. D.
Right.
You out of shape.
You can't fix that.
No. You
Look at me, I eat cupcakes every
But
day.
she's telling you. She's telling you.
Mhm.
You got a beer belly. You out of shape. I don't like it. I'm not attracted to it. Yes, because I love you, I will continue to have sex with you that we can that I can enjoy. But I do really wish that you go get that six pack. But the difference is, we might all know your girl is never going to reject you getting a six pack. That's only going to help.
Right.
Right? The
Right.
bigger your belly goes from here would be what? A negative, right? So you already know that. Her putting the score in your face every day on a report card, written on a piece of paper, would not make you feel good. If y'all, because I'm gonna tell you how I did this. For business at one point, before I could afford this facility and everything I had, back in 2008, I ended up having this business and it was way more than what I could take on at the time. I came from having my own studio to having this whole place, and it had 7 different studios inside of it. All the people left, right? Because we were all under somebody else. When all those people left, I ended up taking over the lease and getting the whole thing. And I created a system of dues, things that people had to do, how much they had to pay for different artists on the label in order to make it all work. a lot of people would not do their part. So I made a fucking chart that everybody could see. So it stares you in the face. If you're in your studio session, it would say your name and show that you didn't pay your rent for everybody to see. Like, it's no check mark.
That's some bad confidentiality shit, though.
But what it was a public report card. So everybody could know if the studio ain't got this or got that, it's because John and Ted, they ain't play their rent, bro. All the rest of the niggas you can see, niggas will be like, you see my shit all the way across all X's, bro. Now in business, you could do that because that's just business, and niggas you could cut. I'm sorry, bro. You not doing your part in the business. It is what it is. It's not personal. You and your girl.
I think you and your girl is more important. I don't even want to say more important. I don't even want to say more important. I'm saying I think it's more effective when you're able to be honest and able to communicate with the person you're close to. Because what happens is, let me say this, in most relationships, and 90% of the relationships, right? We feel some type of way about our girl that we never mention. And it's not getting better.
1,000.
The reason why it's not getting better, not saying mentioning it or communicating it will make it better, there's a chance.
It's not.
But there's a chance. She may self-reflect. Now, that don't happen much.
No, it don't.
But she may self-reflect and say, you know what? I don't cook enough for this man.
I'm
going to try to make a better effort to cook.
You just need to take off, I feel like, take off sex and take off personal looks and just use, like, communication. Like, you could be better at communicating. You could be better at listening.
Sex is number one.
I think that could be helpful.
Sex is just as important.
It's going to build resentment.
But I wouldn't put it on there.
Because a lot of times it makes people deflect. It's like the same things in, like, regular conversations with people, right?
I feel like
just when you're having regular conversations just with people, a lot of times when you point out people's shortcomings, the first thing they do is deflect.
And get defensive.
The natural response from a person is when you say, yo, GB, you left the light on in there the other day. My natural response, a lot of times when people deflect it, yeah, bro, but you always leave the lights on.
Oh, no, you left the air conditioning on for 3 days, nigga.
You understand what I'm saying? That's people's natural defense. So what's going to happen is when you start dropping them grades and putting it'll always volleyball back to you, to everything you don't
mature.
do.
No. It's not just about maturity. No.
It's about maturity.
I'm talking about my motherfucking grandma.
Listen.
Do the shit.
No. I'm gonna tell you why it's not just about maturity. It's because what happened is with some people when they're dealing with you, they're saying you got all of these shortcomings that I know you're never going to fix, and I'm already cool with accepting those shortcomings. Now, once you start pointing out mine, it's like, hold on, nigga. I also accepted the fact that you don't be fucking flushing the toilet when you fuck it all the time. You be leaving the seat there when you wash the fucking tub. Now so now it starts turning into so now it's like, hold on. So all the things that I see that I be like, yeah, irk me, but you know what? I always think about this. Things that my girl do that irk me. If my girl wasn't with me anymore and we broke up, would I miss those things? Would I rather have those? Would I be like, man, I remember my girl used to get on my fucking nerves doing this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna give you one better.
Listen, if my girl don't like little nitpick shit that I do, when I die, would she be like, I wish I could yell at that nigga about leaving the seat up. I wish
you said die and not break up. You're funny.
No, because I'm
the only way out is
no, because what I'm doing is I'm trying to pick out things that make you say like if you delete this person. Right. So where I'm going to tell y'all is the opposite of him is pick your battles. Things that are the things that are those deal breakers. See, a report got all the subjects on it. Nah, fuck that. If I could deal with all that other shit,
best. You guys do that best. You pick your battles.
Pick your battle.
You guys, we definitely do like nitpick every fucking.
So if my battle is the thing I can't deal with, is how you handle your mom and dad being in our business. I need you to fix that because I could deal with the fact that the meals is slow or you slowed up on the cheeks. But if my thing was the cheeks, more important than anything is like, listen, all I know is all that other stuff I could deal with, but I need them yams. You need to pick your battles. Report card, terrible idea.
My shit is respect though. Like respecting my pet peeves are respecting courtesies, right? So it's like if I'm in the room, let's just say I'm in the motherfucking room and I'm watching fucking Game of Thrones, right? I'm sitting on the bed, I'm watching Game of Thrones. I'm in the room, it's quiet. And then a motherfucker just come in the room and just be like, girl, you know, blah, 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 blah. And they on FaceTime and shit. And I'm just in here chilling. It's like, yo, you came into my personal space. You see me in here chilling, and then you making all of this noise. It's like, yo, that's a courtesy. Like you kind of violated me.
You want to know what's worse? Want to know what's worse? The worst version of that?
What's
the
that?
More realistic version of that?
What's that?
They come and start bothering you.
You in the room, you watching that Game of Thrones, whatever you talking about, you watching. They come in there, they're on their phone, and next thing you know, memes like videos, they're just scrolling. Or they're scrolling IG just with videos playing.
I hate that.
That's
such a fucking that's borderline is
it's
teetering disrespect.
But I'm gonna tell you what it comes back to. This
back to what Dev just said.
This is where it comes back to. That's pay attention to me.
Mm-hmm.
I came in here. I know this room is quiet and that's on the TV. They're not trying to disrespect you. They want your attention. My girl will become. She go into annoying.
He wanted to say the word annoying.
No. I'm about to say.
Annoying.
No, I'm about to say. No. She go in her annoying bag, but it's on purpose.
Right.
Like literally bothering me. Fucking digging, grabbing my ass, anything she could do that she knows is going to. It's like because right now, and she will say sometimes like, "Pay attention to me," like do something. And it's like. That's just women.
That's when you can like
but you know how
relax and not want to fight.
You know how our brain works though?
Like you want to fight.
Our brain works in reverse though. When we walk in the room and we see y'all peaceful like that, it's like, all right, yo, let me. You start tiptoeing around the room. You start trying to not make noise not disturb her. It's like, yo, I'm not trying to invade your peace. I wanted to let you be. This bitch is not talking right now. I don't want her to talk. So let me just be quiet.
But don't you think it better if you could communicate that to her?
Yeah, but so that's different.
So this goes back to my report card because let me
tell me what you say.
Because it's gonna be great. So it's like on grading day we're gonna swap.
You trying to get divorced?
On grading day we're gonna swap because I'm gonna tell you this is the worst thing. But at home, you're gonna get that grade regardless. You either gonna get it in a peaceful, organized, structured way the way I'm talking, or you gonna get the sex been horrible anyway for the past 6 months. I ain't come through an argument. So you either gonna get that communication when y'all communicate in a mature way, or you gonna get it when.
Guess what's gonna happen?
I'm sick of you coming here, bitch, with that fucking phone.
The report card is
built up.
The report card is going to reflect whatever the emotion in the relationship is at the time. So if everything is on good terms, all the shit that's real bad that they would have wrote, they might refrain from it. But if y'all on bad terms, that's
your logic thinking.
And the report card come out, she gonna go in.
And to that point, like I don't understand if couples beef and they bring up like the sex been bad, it can never be one person.
Yeah.
So
it can never. If I black on you, if I say if I'm your dude and I'm sitting there, Monica, man, and the sex been trash and everything like that, how can that only be one person's fault?
Yeah, that can't.
That
just
means
be your
by
fault.
both ways that I'm not doing something that makes you that ecstatic about doing something. So we're both not.
Yay and nay.
One person can
feel like they fucking
versus.
But
you don't both have to enjoy sex.
But what I'm saying is, if we're saying that the sex is trash, you're not. There's some kind of disconnect. What are you doing? If I'm on top, if I'm the one pounding out, and you saying it's like, well, why you ain't just do it yourself? You ain't get on top of the nigga and ride. I never met a chick.
Sex is bad for you.
Never met a chick that couldn't ride and make theyself bust. Or I never. So
when they get older, they learn their body.
So what I'm saying is. If a lot of women just decide to be the person receiving, it's like, well, why you ain't put in the work to do that? Because obviously the nigga that's pumping, he making himself bust.
Yeah.
They stop caring after a certain age. It's not that they didn't know how to. They're trying to look good in their younger years riding you.
I don't know.
Later on, they're
interesting.
Scoot.
You never been in a situation where, let's say, a Joan riding you can't bust from that because it's her particular. It's like
her position.
But it's also like you gotta be in control. Like you want to control the movement.
Right.
So it's just it's extra hard to have a Joan jerk you off and make you bust.
So
because it's just like
in trading report cards with your woman, right? You don't think you could put an A and she put an F?
it's gonna be bad though. It's gonna,
Yeah,
And
I
the sex
believe-
department,
I believe,
it can.
no,
But
no,
you saying
but
that-
I believe
Mhm.
that a person that puts an A when the other person a F, most likely that person that put that A
It's doing
embellish.
less work.
No, they embellish
Oh, okay.
because he's not trying to tell his girl that she's a C to him or whatever the case may be.
that's what I'm trying to tell
Because I
you.
don't fuck with that. That's the whole purpose of what we doing here.
But what I'm saying is, so you said, could a person give a person an A and a person give?
No,
a person
I'm
an F?
fucking with what you
Yes,
saying.
they could, but is that the true grade?
You do it right now.
Because what you could also
right now?
hold up.
You do it right now.
Because
I don't think you should grade sex.
But this is
I
what
don't
I'm.
think
But
that's
this is
a
what
good
I'm trying
idea.
to tell Slice.
Mhm.
If in order for your method to make a little bit more sense, and this is just Dev, the person that's reasonable, the most logical person
The
on
voice of
YouTube.
reason.
Here
Here
we
we
go
go
with
with this shit again.
What
Voice
you
of
should
reason.
do if you're going to take Slice's John,
Mhm.
when you give
Pause.
that person,
Pause.
you know what I mean. When you go to take
Pause.
Slice's
His
advice,
long jaw.
is Slice's advice.
How you know? What?
Oh,
She heard about me through the grapevine. That's all.
But look, if
Long
you're
John.
gonna,
I have
if-
a
Like
reputation.
Long John Silver's.
If you,
Okay.
yo,
Oh,
that's just great.
damn.
If you're going to take Slice's advice, this is how the system should work.
Let me hear this.
You have 2 report cards. They have 2 report cards. You give them a report card, and then write down in the report
You give
card what
yourself?
you would give yourself.
Okay.
That's because if you now put on the John, sex for you is a F.
I don't.
And I feel like I'm doing A work. Let's say, how does this work? When you say, I feel like I'm listening on A or I'm cleaning on A, start really thinking about what do you do? Around the house, I'm doing, okay, I'm a B, you a F though.
Don't even put. No.
But I'm-
Don't add sex. I don't even think that.
Hold on, I'm not.
But let's
fuck
say
sex.
clean and fuck
Forget-
I feel like
forget
adding sex is literally the downfall
Alright.
to a relationship.
Forget
Have
sex.
you guys, when's the
I
last
think
time you've ever-
anything.
have you guys ever even said to your girlfriends, "I don't like when you do this," or do you say? Do you
She's saying
say
what I'm
Yes.
saying
or do you
now.
You don't
say,
think men
"I
do
like"?
that?
Do you say subtly like, "Oh, I like when you do that," so she does more of that? and less
That's
of
what
you
men-
don't
that's
like?
what we do,
No,
right?
you do both. Niggas do both.
I've never heard.
You never heard that?
No.
I
Niggas
just-
will do both because it's something as simple as
It's
this.
all trash.
It's something as simple as this. Hold on, Monica. Nobody tells you nothing.
Nobody tells me I don't like when you do that, but I've heard like I like when you do this.
Yeah,
Because
some-
That's
niggas
their
don't-
way of
niggas-
trying to
But
tell
even
you.
with me,
But that's their
They
way
don't
of
want
trying
to.
to
They
tell
don't
you. They
want
don't
to
want
tell
to say
you.
what I
They
don't
just
like.
don't want to tell you, Monica.
No.
So yo, listen. All women at certain points
Most
they
men
grab
don't
meats
say-
and yank them all crazy. They yank meats
Yeah,
crazy.
they don't like
But
when
that's
your
what I'm
teeth hit it.
saying. They'll say like I like when you do it slow or something.
But see,
like
most
that.
men don't say, I don't like when you suck it like that.
Yeah.
For fear that you stop
That
sucking.
you stop sucking.
That's the real island.
No,
So
that's
most,
real.
but
Because
when
if you tell me that I
but
don't
when you
ride well, I'm not riding
But listen,
anymore,
when
I'll
you
tell
see
you
that's
that.
fucked up.
But that's
I
why.
won't-
That's
I
why
won't
he
feel
won't. But
confident.
but
Even
that's
like
why-
even working on
that's
it.
why he
I'll just
doesn't
be like,
tell
is
you
this
that.
good or is this
and,
fucked
that,
up?
and that's
I
and
don't
so
know.
that,
Yep.
so this is her reason for not getting that on that report card.
But that's why you
Exact-
got it.
y'all
But
saying
that's
what
why
I'm
you do
saying.
it in a report card manner, because if you
No.
do it in
I
the
don't
other
think
way,
you should-
it
When the
destroys you.
when the fuck have you ever said anything to a woman and didn't get pushback? When have you ever said something to probably just the smallest thing and it was like, okay, babe, you're right. Or is it
Never.
like what you mean? Like,
I really-
like,
listen.
is you always get the initial fucking
Because I don't think
pushback.
y'all delivering and communicating
I don't
effectively.
think that you mentioned your grandmother. I think you can be old and not mature. Like I really think that it
Damn,
takes
his
a
grandma not
mature.
mature.
You trying to call my grandma a dumb bitch?
Just because the pastor swindled her
No, but
drugs.
I think that these certain like instances, you're talking to like their inner child. So I think that I could talk to your
No, I think that it's silly. No.
inner child.
No, I
and
think
that immaturity comes
No.
out.
I
It's
just
not.
think
no.
women-
How does mature? I don't think that.
I think it's all mature.
I don't think that human feelings equal immaturity. I think that is a overrated. Like the older you get, the more robotic. No, to be human is to have emotion. If you do something that is outright disrespectful to me, and you just sit there with me and my wife here, right? And you see something is wrong with my wife, whatever it is, and you like, you fat bitch, this, that, and the third. Me putting hands on you does not necessarily make me immature because I
It doesn't.
defend it. So that's not childlike. That's not childlike.
Yeah, you're not you're not a
adults.
robot.
Because let me tell you something.
Defending your honor isn't
No,
child.
hold on.
Looking-
Adults drop bombs on Hiroshima. Adults press the button to go to war about what? All the time.
A lot of immature shit.
So what we're saying is So you can't.
Not being able to acknowledge your faults is immature. That's
It's
what I
immature.
think.
It's
If
definitely-
you're not able to say, all right, I hear you, because I have done that recently. I'll be like, all right, babe, I hear you. And there's nothing further than that.
Can I say this? Can I say this?
I
And I
think
think
hard.
I
It's
think
hard
I
as
speak.
fuck.
I think I speak for a lot of men when I say this as well. Sometimes, as a woman, it's crazy how your girlfriend could say some shit to you. Right? Your girlfriend could be like, "Yo, I don't like your hair like that." If the nigga that you are in love with says that shit, it hits different.
Yeah.
It does.
And it hurts, and you naturally become defensive because you want me to like it.
And-
You
hold
don't
on.
give a fuck if your
I'm
girlfriend.
asking-
Hold on,
Go
real
ahead.
quick, just because this is super important. Monica said, "Acknowledge something." You think certain people don't acknowledge? They already know that thing is wrong with them.
Mm-hmm.
You're just
So
ignorant.
it's not ignorant. It's that
It
I
is.
know this is wrong with me, right? No matter what it is, I know that I'm out of shape. I don't need you to put it in words right now. I don't need you to do that. It's not that I acknowledged it when I woke up and I looked in the mirror, but this is about everything. I already acknowledged that I needed a better job. Slice, you need another fucking job, man. We need more fucking money in
Wait,
this
hold
house.
on. You see that, Tone? I want to ask
It's
one
not
question.
about
I'm
what
asking.
you
I
say,
asked
how
this
you
question.
say
So
it.
I'm asking this question to all three of y'all at this table. At what point in time in your relationship do you communicate your dislikes with your partner?
Once.
Usually when you're what? Usually
when you angry. Normally
when
when you
you're
angry.
angry. That is not healthy.
No.
In no
No,
way.
it's
So,
not.
so whether the report card is the way, or
Yeah.
if you got to come up with some other kind of system, we got to find a way to tell our partners what we like and don't like in a
It's
respectful
healthy,
way. Like you
hold on.
said.
healthy conversation.
Hold
Shout
on,
out
but
to
do
Wally.
you think that people really, you really think that that's how it happens? I think that's not how it happens. I think how it happens is you said it to them first, the respectful way, and they didn't listen.
Absolutely.
I think that's completely not true.
You think so?
I think
Yes.
the person says,
Yes.
"Babe, hey, did you talk to Steven about the position over at the post office? Did you talk to my dad? They got this thing for you down at the newspaper. It's paying this and that, and then you didn't do it." And then they brought it up a few times.
But see,
and you
bringing
was
it
like,
up-
Hold on. They brought it up a few times nicely. "Hey, babe, I think it will be really good if you worked here or did this and do this." It wasn't till that boiled over, and that's with anything. I'm saying,
That's
"Babe,
a
I
fact.
think you need to.
is
to
a
go
fact.
down to the gym. You get a little bit, babe. We need to work on that." I'm talking about that in every aspect.
Yep.
Hey, can you make sure that you
So
take
how
out
do
the
I
trash?
talk? How do I talk to a man about something he already knows?
You can't
No,
take for granted that
you
they
can't-
know. You can't
That's
take for
number
granted. You
one.
can't take for granted that they know, because a lot of times we assume that people know things. To a lot of people, we not on the outside looking in. So a lot of things, like, you might have a problem with me that I don't see. You may just assume I think I'm short. I don't think I'm short. You know what I'm saying? So you can't just assume, like, yeah, but GB knows he's short. I might not.
So how do you find out?
But this is what I
And
go
when
to.
do you find out?
This is the problem that I'm saying. This all goes back to what we talking about. I'm not against telling people things about themselves.
Your needs.
A report card is a list of grievances. Nobody wants
Not
to
if
hear
you're
a
getting
list.
A's.
Not
No,
if
no,
you get
no,
A's.
hold on,
Not if you're getting A's.
Hold on, hold
A's
on.
is not a grievance.
It's a list of accomplishments and
And shortcomings.
Good
Can I tell you
report,
something?
good
It would be
report.
weird for me. It would be weird for me. It would be
You
weird
get
for me.
rewarded
Because
off
I
of
would
good
be
shit.
like, I would look at the report card and I would be like, but damn, I didn't even know you was watching me do that. Like, it would be like, yo,
Who's gonna initiate report cards when the answers was all A's from the beginning? People are not even thinking about it. The only reason why we thinking about a report card is to show people what they doing wrong.
Because you're always
No,
learning.
I think
You're
in a new,
always
but I
learning.
think in a new relationship, introducing something of that nature could be
Yeah,
healthy.
but
She
for
gonna look
them,
at you
it's
as
too
a
late.
fucking weirdo.
But
She gonna-
for certain people, it's too late.
I
That
think
would-
I think
you know what I'm saying?
I think you introduced that in the beginning of a relationship. She gonna be like, you know what, my nigga, we're done.
You think so?
This bitch ass nigga just told me that he wants to have evaluations in our new relationship.
I think
You
marriage
need
is should be unique.
Hold up, Monica. So you meet a new nigga and he's like, yo, I'm gonna give you a report card.
I don't listen. Okay, let me tell you what I take from
Here you go.
Slice's report card. I agree. I don't agree with the grades. I agree with the conversations on what you can improve on and what.
That's not
you-
a report card then.
then okay, then I'd fuck the report
No,
card.
you could have report cards without it being
But I
an
also-
ABC
but listen,
evaluation.
it
You
can be
it ain't no
written.
report
It can
card.
be-
No,
it's a
It
written
could be
report
moving the
card.
needle now, y'all.
No,
It's a
if
written
you look at the
report
new
card.
fucking retarded report cards that all the kids got, a lot of it is paragraphs that break down the
What's
whole
it
fucking
called?
shit.
Questions, comments, concerns.
Yeah,
What are
it's
those?
other
So y'all
shit. It's
just
an
say the
evaluation.
relationship's retarded now.
Listen, my
Some
report
of
cards
them.
have
But
a
the kids-
grade with a paragraph
What
next
about
to
the
it.
kids that get all straight A's and they're all happy and everything like that, and they get a gold star and they show
Because
their
these
parents,
motherfuckers not
they
getting
show their
A's.
parents,
My
and then
God,
they get rewarded. You show me that you can get all straight A's, I'll reward you with something.
Let me give you a scenario.
listen,
Let
report.
me give you a scenario. You,
I don't know
you
how
meet-
long we get.
You're in a
We
relationship
gotta
with
help
a
this
guy.
man get out
It's
of this
also
ass.
it's also a thing of wanting to grow. So I want people to tell me like what I could do better on him.
You know
and how
why?
I could be
You know why you want
more
that?
logical
The
and
re-
less emotional.
The reason that you want that is because you don't have it. Because people aren't doing it.
I
When
don't have
people
what?
start telling you things, you're not gonna want to be around those people. If you're in a relationship with a guy right now, you said guys never tell you what the things that you do wrong or the things that they don't like. Believe it or not, once you start that,
I was just
you're
talking about
gonna
in sex. They
you're-
tell me shit that I'll nag.
I'm
on shit like
talking
that.
about period.
You're not
Yo.
gonna-
What
Say,
happens
I'm
is
not gonna want to be.
what
with
about
them.
what about so what about this? If you in a situation where a person, because now we are keeping score. If my grade point average is always better than yours, now we writing down on paper that I'm succeeding more than you. Guess what? Guess what? I do this more than you, that more than you. I'm in better shape than you. I make more money than you, and we got a chart.
Yeah.
To say it,
And I've been doing it for six, it's been that way for for months.
I don't think that'll be.
Women
on
are naturally better communicators, aren't we?
No,
No,
you
you're just talking more.
No, you just talk more.
verbal
No,
communication.
Just talk more.
just because you use more words don't mean you
I
communicate
said
better.
Facts.
No, you're definitely not better communicator.
better communicator.
I'm gonna tell you how you know you're not better communicators. Niggas never get to the point where they in an argument and it's just like, you know what? I don't even know. Like, I don't even know what I think. Like, women will break down and tell you, like, I don't even know what I want or think. Niggas be like, I know exactly where I'm
Whether that
trying to
shit
go
makes
with
sense
that.
or not.
I know
This is
exactly
what I
what I want to
wanna
do.
do.
And women will want to abandon the argument where niggas will want to be like, I need this argument to end at a resolution. You want to just stop.
Keyword resolution. Let's help
My
this
problem
man.
with arguments is I feel the need to make sense. My problem with arguments when I'm just speaking for myself personally.
You're speaking
is
for all
just-
niggas. Go ahead.
Is just I want to address the facts, right?
Yes.
The first thing that happens with women is you start saying, "Well, I feel like."
That's not a fact.
That's not a fact.
That's a fact.
Well, in my mind, I think
That's not a
I
fact.
feel like we
I'm
speak
trying
from
to-
confusion. That's
I'm
when we
trying to-
start talking about
You-
like, well, I
so
feel
you
like
can't be a
it
better
speaks from
communicator.
confusion.
You speak from
Because you're
feelings.
talking about fantasy world.
You
That's
speaking
not
about
the truth.
feelings and what you think. What you think isn't
It is
isn't a fact.
It's not. And that's why a lot of times you'll hear a man say, that's not what actually happened, but I respect your feelings.
I respect the fact that you
it hurts
feel that
you.
way.
I understand that this makes you feel this way.
Meaning
but
we accept your delusion.
accept it.
Because
We accept-
no, we
That's a
accept.
fact, though.
We accept your delusion, but let's get back on track.
Yes.
And we
Yes.
try to make sense.
And if you in the middle of that argument be like, you know what, just dead the whole thing.
Yeah, that's
The worst, because what happens is
that's not communication.
That's know what that is? That's playing a video game against somebody and you about to cook them in 2K. Like it's the game is almost
reset
over,
button.
and
It's a force sport.
they unplug the game.
It's a
that
force
way
sport.
it don't count on the
No, I
joint.
think it's out of a frustration. If I've ever done that or if I've heard stories about females doing that, it's because they don't know how to communicate what's going on in their head through their mouth.
Or they
That's a-
re- or
but
they
that's a-
realize
and
they're
And that's
not-
why
that's
a report
you-
card will help
But that's
you
a you problem. That's a
structure
you
and
problem.
communicate.
Yeah.
But I want to get to this man so we can help him and get out of here. His wife is unhappy with the marriage.
Mhm.
She feels like he doesn't listen.
Mhm.
Is on a wrong track. He feels like he loves her and he does listen. How do you help this man?
I'm gonna tell him straight out what I told him from the beginning. You're definitely not listening to your wife. I could tell. The way you wrote that shit right there, you wasn't listening to your goddamn self. You know, no, that's a fact. Like I remember now how he wrote it down. You gotta listen to your girl more for sure and start sharing more shit with your girl. It sounds like your girl empties everything into you and you're not really reciprocating that shit, and you admitted on there that there was truths to it. You play these video games and all everything that it sounds like me talking to my son. I know you make room to remember the things you want to remember, and my nigga, you forget all this other shit. You did not forget how to throw that Hadouken on the new Street Fighter, nigga. You still not do it. You remember what the fuck you want. That's it.
What you got for him? Oh, my fault, G.
I think just do what I do. I only listen to whatever the third thing bitches say. So because they're so indecisive, what I normally do is whatever the third thing is, I just
that's usually what they really need.
Because it'll be like, Dev, can you walk me outside? Never mind. I'll just go myself. Matter of fact, could you just walk me? That's kind of how women communicate. So what I do is I just wait for them to change their mind, and then I wait for them to change it back. And I usually react to whatever the third thing is they say.
What about you, Monica? That's it? Third thing?
I'll be honest, I didn't even hear the question.
See?
So
Yes. Oh wow.
See,
So
there you go.
Oh man, yo,
my man. Women ain't listening to you even. Like Dev said at the
She
beginning.
didn't even listen to you through text.
Fuck it. Oh, that's the end of the first half.
Welcome to the second half of
The Talk Heavy Podcast. Hey, y'all know before we helping today. We ain't even
we
fucking
really
around.
help. We
We
really
been
helping
helping.
today.
We went deep. We was deep. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm always deep.
Yeah, that's what I like, man. But before we help any motherfucker else.
I said I'm deep. You said that's what I like.
Man, I didn't talk about you.
Freak
What the
ass
fuck
nigga.
I want to say before we help anybody else, right?
click the like button.
I need y'all to help us. You heard Dev.
Click the like
You
button.
see
Click the like
Monica.
Click like, please.
Hit it.
Yo, hold
Hit
on.
it.
Listen. I don't think some of y'all understand what the like button does for us.
Help us.
explain it.
It's like literally the like button helps us become more discoverable for more people to watch it.
Yeah.
If you're watching the show, commenting on us, just literally hit that like. You don't
cost
realize it
nothing.
don't cost anything, but it does us a great service.
Yes.
I hate seeing 200 comments of saying, yo, the shit. 100 likes, please.
Doing us wrong. Y'all doing us dirty.
Yeah. Hit the like button.
Next.
Hit the thanks button.
Yeah, please. Listen. This show's probably never gonna get picked up.
Hitting
with
the like
G
button.
say.
Hitting the like button is like fucking raw. You know what I'm saying?
It'll
like
feel better
If
after you do it.
it feels better afterwards. You don't necessarily know how it can help you, right? Until she get pregnant.
And then after she get pregnant, you're gonna see a little heart with a dollar sign in it. You're gonna spend a few dollars.
You're gonna need that money.
So donate a little bit of that to us, man. We can use that. And more importantly, on your social medias, take your funniest part, screen record it, and post it.
We need the clips.
Yeah,
Send them clips.
Make sure you send it out so the whole world can
Jimmy
hear about
really
the
just
fucking-
don't want to edit. That's really
This is
so
lazy
help us
shit.
out. Help us.
Please. And that's it, man. I think we could
Yeah,
really help somebody else.
let's help somebody.
Before we help somebody, I want to shout out somebody. Shout out Naya, man. She got a new nigga, so she ain't been back on the show.
Yo, that's
this nigga
yo.
fucking the shit out of Naya, obviously,
up,
because
Naya?
That's crazy.
she ain't been back yet. It's been like
She ain't.
58 episodes, so
She living her best life.
fuck you,
Damn.
Naya. We hope the best for you, man, but that's corny as shit. Anybody else still need to cuss out? No, let's get into it, man. Let's help somebody on the way out the door. Good afternoon, Talk Heavy. They obviously wrote this in the afternoon. I'm frustrated. My daughter's father will not sign over his rights.
Yo, all right, let's go. Let's go. Okay, let's go.
My daughter's father will not sign over his rights. And why should he? I have been asking for rights since she was about 8 months old. And he made it clear that he was not going to be an active parent. I really sped that up.
Okay, let's go.
Okay.
Hey, when he
Let's
just said,
get
fuck
it.
it. I ain't fucking with
He got
this
to the
kid.
point.
Let's get it.
Yes, we both agreed to have her. I put him on child support after that, and and then took him off after being harassed by both him and his girlfriend at the time. What the fuck she got to do with this? They started dating after I declined his proposal. I put him back on after he showed that he was not capable of caring for my daughters physically.
Mm-hmm.
He paid for the first 6 months and then it stopped. I was finally able to serve him papers. After the second time trying to serve him, he started to pay child support again. But I don't want the money anymore. I just want full custody.
Yeah.
My question is, if he didn't attempt to be in her life prior and hasn't been there so far, Why won't he just sign over the rights voluntarily? Sign a mom who just wants freedom.
Men.
Yo, I got
What's the
that.
answer?
I know the answer. I know this.
What?
Oh, I know this
Oh,
shit.
Go.
shit.
I know this shit. Some people that's good fathers like yourself immediately heard her saying what she said and was just like, why should she, or why should he hand over the rights? The reason is the person not having the rights, it makes you not, a person having rights makes it where you can't do a lot of things.
Mhm.
You got a non-active dad, but the mom can't move away.
Yeah.
She can't go get a job somewhere else and take her kid, even though this person is not even seeing
Absolutely.
them. You need permission
To get a passport.
to
everything.
Yeah, I
get
heard
a
it.
passport, bro. I've been through it. Had to leave my kid, you know what I'm saying? Because I raised him because he ain't got a passport because we got to get, you know what I'm saying?
Dad on
So
some
there's
shit.
some shit. So it's like, damn, now we go on a trip, he can't go. We got to find something else. It's like not having those, it's what it does is a person having that one last grip
On
on it.
somebody.
And the
On a
other,
title?
and
On
the
a
other
title?
part,
No, on the
is it
woman.
No, on the woman.
on
Yeah.
a woman, but also it's this.
No.
As long as he don't give up his rights, this dude we're talking about right here that she's talking about, as long as he don't give out his rights on paper, just like the report cards we just talked about last John,
Mhm.
on paper, he's not a bad dad. On paper to write this, to sign it away,
Mhm.
Yeah, yep. You can't come back
you
from that.
can't come back from that. It's
Can't come back from
unexcusable.
that.
Everybody like, oh my
Like he
God,
might-
nigga, you signed away the rights.
Because guess
to
what?
Yeah, that's
he could be a fucked
He-
up dad, and then they
Wanna
could
come
build
back,
they could
right?
build a relationship later on down the line at
Yeah,
some
he
point.
could
Once
just-
you sign the rights over, you just saying fuck you.
2 years from now, he get a come up in life.
Mhm.
It ain't hard now to take care of his kid. He don't got to part with the money from the
Yep.
job. He like, oh, I got money now. Now I'll take care of him. I mean, shit, I got extra bread.
Mhm.
Now I want to come
But now
around.
take care of him or be in his life, because that's two different things.
But what I'm saying is, it don't matter. Either way, right? No matter which one it is, right? I feel what you're saying is a difference, right? But let's say because he got money now, it's simpler and the kid is older.
Okay.
See, when you take a kid and he 3, is a lot more going on with him. When he 15, it ain't as much to do. He easy. He can watch himself. Come over. I got the dope house now.
I got
come
the
over.
bread.
Come over.
Yep,
You got a room.
that's
I
a
got
fact.
games in there. Now I could be dad of the year because I
Just
don't
be
got to
a
do
friend.
much. Some of the shit that I could take you to is the shit I want to go to. I'm gonna take you to the Eagles game, nigga. I wanted to go too. I
But
got the
listen,
bread.
if he don't want to take care of this kid,
Mhm.
right? Let's say he don't sign over. Why can't she just move? It ain't like he gonna come looking for her.
No, that's the
Legally.
But
difference.
see, that's the
No,
difference. He
that's
would.
the difference. They'll
But she-
come.
He would.
She making it seem
Let me
like
tell
he
you
don't.
what.
He she like he verbalized. I don't want nothing to do with this.
But listen,
motherfucking
you know
kid."
what? But fuck what he's saying is what he doing. So
Okay.
what you got to look at it is this nigga would rather pay child support because if she signs over his rights, he doesn't have to pay child support.
Correct.
He would rather pay
Correct.
child support than sign over his rights.
Or sometimes
Then
pay
give
child
up.
support.
He would rather.
Perfect example.
Yeah,
That's what
sometime.
she nailed it. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
he would rather give up. He would rather pay child support than give up his hold that he has. That lets you know, fuck what he's saying. Look at what he's doing.
What do you guys think he should? You guys think he should just let go, right? Like,
No.
I don't know. I can't say a man
I
should
think
let
that he
go.
should. I think he
Let
should
go.
take care.
I feel
I
like
think he
it's
should.
immature.
I think a man should take care
I
of his
think he should
kid.
take care of his
and
kid.
if
not
you're
mo-
not going
But
to,
if
then
you're
let
but
go,
if no
right?
yeah now yes
Don't
because
play
if
the middle lukewarm.
Yeah,
I don't
shit.
fuck with that either.
no you got to
Yeah.
fuck with one. If a nigga
You're
says
holding your
no
child back.
because one nigga is saying because this is the difference. There's a difference in a nigga saying I ain't the best father. I know
Yeah.
I dip in and out, but this dude is like, nigga, I'm just gonna make your life stuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm literally just gonna make your life stuck because I'm telling you now, I'm not doing nothing.
Yeah.
But I always want to have the power.
Yeah,
I
that's-
still because all he's doing is holding on to
Power.
the power. Because also there is also a way through courts where the person could let go of all that part, the signing part, and still pay child support. It's not a cut and dry one way. You could go in there and make your own negotiations in that motherfucker.
Yeah, for sure.
That's a fact. So you could go in there and be like, no, I ain't no total, like I made the nigga. So I want to send my money over there with him, but I'm not going to chill with him. And I don't want to stop him from being able to go to this, to move out here or do all that. You can go and do that.
Let me ask y'all this, right? And I know this is a fan of the show, but let's keep it real. There's a lot of times when you hear the woman's side of the story.
Yeah.
And he got a new bitch. And she do a lot of nut shit. And then we act like, oh, he don't want to fuck with his son.
I'm going through it right now.
So for him to say, oh shit, that's deep.
Like literally, it was everything was cool. He's the best dad ever. And then as soon as she found out about me, oh my gosh, she went off on her Instagram, all kinds of shit. You're a terrible father. You don't see your kids. You're not trying to see
I hate
them.
them kind
I'm
of
like, yo, bitch, this is really crazy.
No.
Because from the outside looking in, you would think he's a bad father.
No,
But, like,
if you
Listen.
read in her social media,
Yeah.
you probably feel like he a fucking nut.
Women been doing this shit since the beginning of
That's
time.
crazy.
So,
Females gotta let go too.
So I'm
Just
giving
like
I'm giving this
y'all
man the
gotta let
benefit
go
of the
too.
doubt,
Man.
right? Because if you don't want to be in this kid life, right? Unless you still want the woman, which he might still want her, we'll give him that. You would go ahead and say, go ahead, get the fuck out of here. I only want to have a hole and ruin this woman's life if she did crazy shit to me and I hate her and I want to fuck her life around, or I still love her and I want to be with her.
Can we talk about what it normally really is, though? And it goes back to even a little bit of Monica's thing. Is this. It's hard to get new bitches and definitely especially hard to get a new girl. And explain to her how you don't have custody at all of your kid.
Yep.
Any half decent woman, is gonna be like, so you got a son? Where he at?
Where the fuck?
Why I never see him?
I signed away my rights. That's the reason
That's it.
why
It's
niggas
over.
don't want to.
That shit's over.
That's one of the reasons why.
That
Because
shit
of
is
what a
over.
lot of niggas do is this, Monica. You could chill with a nigga, and I'm saying this is your situation. And as long as you've been around him, he been active with his son. He'll be active with his son only when he got a girlfriend. A lot of niggas do that. I even know women that do that, which is even worse, worse looking to the culture.
Right.
Because if they got kids, when they get a man, and they like, where are your kids at? Oh, they live with their daddy.
Oh,
It's kind of,
man.
let's go, whoa. So
I know somebody like that.
So I know women that will want their kids back from their baby father whenever they get a dude. I want him to come stay with me because it don't look right.
At all.
It don't look right. So a
That's
lot
crazy.
of women have the idea, if my dad growing up, no disrespect, Pop, but let's keep it 100, because my dad watched every show. If my dad get a new girl and then he come and start scooping me up, in the beginning, the lady is like, oh my God, he is a great father too. But really, the real deal will be like, bro, I ain't seen you in 3 years.
My uncle did that shit.
You're a prop. You're a prop.
You're a prop.
You're a prop at the end of the day. And if you ain't, and you know, when you get abortions, if you don't sign your rights over, you could get them kids back. They owe you them kids back. Yeah, I don't remember signing.
Would
my
that
rights
be
over.
wild if a person did keep like the kids that they aborted like
In a jar?
like a urn, like they had urns in their house, like, yo, this my son, he was going to be a basketball player.
I think people have done that. Like if they are forced into an abortion, like a medically induced abortion, I think they.
I'm talking about like a one that you went and
Like
got,
in
and
jars?
you was like I couldn't afford, but I could tell that his fetus was taller. He was going to play ball.
Yep.
I think this one right here, he had a bigger head. He
You know
looked like
what's-
his
you know
Uncle
what's
Timmy, so I
crazy?
named him Tim.
You know what's crazy? Some real shit, right?
Blue lips in a jar and all.
No, real shit. It was a doctor I used to go to, right? I'm trying to think of his name. But he got locked up out West Philly because he was killing babies at like 8-9 months and saving their body parts in the jar.
Oh, that's
I think his name was like Dr. Gonzel or some shit. I forget. But in Philly. And it was just some weird Dahmer shit, and that just came to mind.
Why are you just talking about that?
Because
No,
y'all was talking about abortions and
because
shit.
it was on
And
the subject of what
and
we was
it
talking about.
fucked me up, though. It fucked me up because I thought about it. I mean, that was just some weird Dahmer shit that came to mind. I used to go to him. He's a good doctor, man. Lucky
You
he
used to go to him?
Yeah, but lucky he didn't kill none of my babies. But I didn't know he was down in the basement killing babies and shit.
You only got one baby
What?
though, so did he kill your baby?
Yeah,
No,
you don't
that's
know.
what I'm saying. No,
You ever touch your dick?
I ain't touch my dick. He ain't gay. He's a fucking killer.
I mean,
Yeah, he's a killer.
doctors could touch your dick and not be gay.
But Dahmer got everybody thinking all killers touch dicks.
What's going on?
Dahmer was eating dick.
What's up?
Literally.
All right, last thing.
Hold on.
He a munch. That nigga a
All right,
munch.
she obviously want our help. She want us to convince her baby daddy to sign over rights.
You're never gonna. I'm gonna keep it real. You're not gonna be able to convince him. If he's a true piece of shit, if you get up enough money, you might be able to pay him to do it. So I'm gonna tell you, if he's a true piece of shit, and you was just like, listen, I need to be able to move forward and do these things.
I'm gonna pay you child support.
I got $20,000.
Since you want to be a
I'm
child.
gonna pay you child
I got
support.
$20,000. I need you to sign these papers, and he might take it. Other than that, is going through court. But to keep it real, all he got to do to keep surviving in court is to show interest every once in a blue moon. As long as he show interest every once in a blue moon, it is very hard to get that done. It's damn near impossible.
Yeah,
it's damn near impossible.
That's the name of the episode, Reverse Child Support.
And I had full custody of my sons growing up.
Did you get any child support?
I had 100%. Did I get child support?
Yeah.
Fuck no.
Oh, shit, you fucking.
I went to when
I took her.
I went to court. When I went to court to get the custody, you know, it's in the same court as child support.
Yeah.
So as soon as I walked in, everybody just was looking like, look at this
Like, look at this
motherfucker.
nigga. Not paying his child support.
Look at this nigga. But it was actually the reverse. When I went in, it was like it changed fast because when you go into court, it's like other people in there and shit. And the judge was just like, yo, so the judge looked at her.
Custody?
No, the judge, the kids was living with me for
I know.
over a year.
That's what they were looking at you like. You're asking for custody?
But no, the judge looked at her and was like, well, where the fuck you been at? Like, well, what the fuck have you been doing? They ask you simple questions. Where has the kids lived for the last 6 months?
Yeah.
With me. Okay, who made sure that they had meals, they had clean clothes? Me. Who made sure that they went to daycare? Who paid for that? Me. So while all of this time was going on, what was you doing? And then it was crazy because all the energy in the room changed. And it was like all at once.
Baffled.
Everybody just turned and looked at her like, what the fuck? Like, this don't happen. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't even I could have got child support, but I felt like I wanted the custody more than I wanted the child
couldn't get
support.
both?
I mean, nah. I don't know. I didn't
He
even.
definitely could have. I didn't want it. That gets
Now, what was I gonna get?
support from the
$25 a month?
I already know.
know.
Slice's answer, but I want to get it on record anyway. Hypothetical, because we just make up shit off of all of
Look
this,
at the way
right?
he's like,
So check this out. With that, when you talk about custody and all that type of shit, if your daughter, right, you know that whole situation where we talked about before, like she
Bel Air,
she
Better
lived-
Life.
No, the Bel Air, Better, whatever. But they didn't do that. They didn't do that. Bull was like, nah, we gonna stay here and everything like that. We not even doing that. He was on some, I don't want her not be near her real father. Dude was upstanding. You met him mad times. You kick it with him all the time. And it's just like, damn, Bull thorough.
Okay.
Right? And he even tried to throw you oops on shit, like, but he'll never tell your baby mom, like on business oops, like, look, bro, at the end of the day, I want to see you dumb up too. Like, I don't tell this between us as niggas, you know, because you thought he was thorough. But it was something crazy, like he couldn't have kids or something, right? Like he can't even have kids. So he was like, yo, my inheritance, when I go, gonna have to go to your daughter. You know what I mean? Because I don't got kids. It's gonna go to her, my nigga.
But she gotta have my last
these
name.
millions. So listen, so this is something like that. Where it's like, so she's about to be 18 soon. I want to adopt her for the last 6 months or whatever, so that she's legally my kid on the records, but she's going to get everything that I own.
And
It's
you
hers.
got signed
But
off.
I need to be able to adopt her. We all know that you the one that raised her. We both did what we did, but I need to legally adopt her for the record books, because if I'm going to give away everything I earned in my life for this person, I need it to be on paper. This is how it goes.
I already know what this nigga going to say. I already know what
You
this
said
nigga
it's
gonna
only
say.
for 6 months,
You
right?
say you already?
No, I'm saying, because
he's gonna get ready to adopt my child.
Yeah, for 6 months, because when they turn 18, they grown.
And she gonna get all the money.
Yeah, because she's grown. Listen, she's grown now,
But she's gonna
for-
have
Her name will forever be
for
his
forever.
nigga.
Like the way that it ended,
I'm gonna answer.
she's adopted by him.
Because it
That's
makes
his
sense.
daughter.
Right? It's my daughter, right?
That's his daughter.
You know it's your daughter.
Her last name is Targaryen.
If for
It's
that
about the no. It's the bloodline. The last name means everything. No fucking money.
Oh my God.
Game of Thrones, baby.
I told
blood
you.
in, blood
I
out.
knew what he
They
was
change-
going to say.
The last name is with the. They
last
remember the
name-
history, not the fucking money. It's all about.
That's how
Last
you wipe
name
out-
means nothing.
Let me tell you
No,
something.
last name mean everything.
Let me
That's
tell you
how you
something.
wipe out. That's how you wipe out your family lineage.
Real. That's what I'm talking
Good.
about. Real talk, right? I hate to put this out here. Me and my baby mom, we wasn't married, so it was the girlfriend saying some shit like, "Are you going to give her his last name?"
That's a black thing, though.
No,
Right?
it
Keep
is.
it 100. That's
It
a black
is.
thing, though.
It
Ebro,
is.
it is my child. The child started with me, came out my nuts. I loaned her to that woman for 9 months. You give me my motherfucking child back, and my child will have my last name. And any man who don't stand on that is not a target.
All my kids got my last name.
Yo, what's crazy is back in the day, especially when we was growing up, like in our time, yo, I never really knew moms to give their kids the dad's last name in like the 80s and 70s, unless they was married. Because what that would lead to too, if let's say when y'all break up, that's where it leads to a woman having a bunch of kids that all got different last names.
Yeah, I hate that shit.
Yeah, so what happens is, if a woman did end up having 2 baby fathers or 3 baby fathers, and she always named the kids after her, then that unit was just like
can't
that's
be
the
tight.
that's the Milsons.
Can we,
Yeah.
can we
That's the
say
Milsons.
that? Can we say that? And I know in today's time it's kind of fucked up, but can we just agree that back in the 80s, like moms was bigger whores than they
Than now?
I don't know.
Moms was bigger whores because
no.
wait. Let me not say whores. Let me not say whores. They had more secrets. I feel like bitches nowadays do
No.
filthy shit and they transparent about
No,
it.
they don't
I
got
feel
more
like back
secrets.
in the day, moms had way more. I feel like back in the day, moms had sisters and brothers, had like 8 kids, and had them all thinking that this one nigga was
Now,
the dad. And
I
they,
think so.
I
That's
think
real.
nowadays, motherfuckers be wanting you to know, no, that's your dad. That's
Did they have
your
DNA
dad.
tests back then in the
That's
80s?
your
No.
dad.
No,
Back
he's-
in the day, motherfuckers would lie.
GB
Did they
I
have
think
DNA
she'll
tests
say
back
that.
then?
She'll say that now. 'cause
Came a little bit later.
Because what happened was, motherfuckers could get blood tests, I guess, now.
Yeah.
Back then, you could put a baby on me. I'm like, what the fuck, a baby ugly as shit? Can't be my baby, but how do I
but-
know?
There's a lot of side
I feel
babies.
like the guys say that now more days because it's the money aspect of it. Like I feel like they don't want to give up their money unless it's for sure their kid. Back then they probably just gave
They
it.
didn't want to get their fucking money.
No. Listen. Women's secrets. Women, no. Women got different. I think the secrets just changed because nowadays is that secret that me and Aunt Cheryl sucked off Chris Brown on the tour bus. Like women have more access to a bunch of other wild shit that you'll just never know about.
Yeah.
There's definitely more women now with sex tapes than before because we didn't even have video cameras growing up. You can't even probably find a video of you as a kid because it didn't exist. But in
That's real.
today's time, the 10 boyfriends she had over 20 years is
I don't
documented.
know.
There's a lot of shit going on.
I don't know, because I seen the video of my mom.
Oh, well, y'all had,
I
you had a
seen the
camcorder.
video
I
of the
remember that. I
nigga
remember.
fucking my mom.
I remember
and
I walked in on my mom.
She recorded over one of my motherfucking cartoon tapes.
That's
man.
what's really crazy.
And I put the shit in the VCR, and she was riding the shit out of nigga. I still can't get that image out of my head. And I was a young boy. And he was tearing it up.
You know what? That's crazy. If she was riding, then that means what you saw was kind of crazy. Like,
No,
just
like
her.
I just seen like her butt crack, and I seen the nigga hands on her ass. But I do remember her going crazy. Like she was fucking shit out this nigga. I don't know how I ain't bust, but I just couldn't.
You say you didn't bust?
I don't know how he ain't bust. She was going crazy on him. I don't know how he lasted that long. So,
was your mom the clear? She had the clear Jones, or she had the white Bisquick batter?
Oh no, yeah, she had the like the yeast infection, like the shit, like she was creamy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't know how. I don't know. And he was fucking raw.
I know
And
why
that's-
he
and it's
didn't bust.
crazy.
Yo!
And he was fucking raw. Like
know
nigga
why
was
he
fucking my
bust?
mom raw and shit on the VCR tape and VHS.
On today's episode of Why GB is the way he is,
Listen,
he watches mom fuck.
but He bust because he ain't giving a report
The
card.
crazy
to tell
part
him the right way to do it.
was, like you start seeing her go up and shit. It's like crazy. Look terrible.
I think he's confused.
My mom
himself.
got rod game though.
You see him? Do you hear how confused he is?
She got
He's
rod
like,
game.
he can't separate the sun from GB. So he's like, it looked terrible, but it looked crazy. It
No,
looked
that's
terrible, but it
crazy.
looked
Like I ain't know my mom could fuck like that.
See? You see how fucked up he is? I have nothing.
Is that like a compliment that your mom could
That's-
just fuck the shit out of niggas?
No, it's actually like
Like that, would you be
disturbing.
happy if your mom could just fuck the shit out of niggas?
No. The answer is all no.
Slice mom fucked the nigga to death.
Yeah, stop. Oh, that's fucking I thought we wasn't going to never talk about that. I thought we was never going to bring that up.
slice mom pussy murders.
All right, and listen, y'all.
She killed the nigga.
And that's the end of the Talk Heavy podcast.
Yeah, though, you already know what it is. Big DREWBOY in the building. It's the biggest. You feel what I'm saying? Shout out the guys in the building. Big OTP, everything out the pound. Shout out my guy DJ Pops, my guy Flizzy, my guy Zell. We got Breen in the building, and my guy SS. And shout out Talk Heavy. You already know what it is. Me versus me about to drop too. Let's get it. Cut that beat on. Yeah.
Ooh, Sab, killed it.
Big OTP. It's the Pounders. Got my guy DJ Pops with me. I mean, the co-founder. You know what I'm saying? Big real talk. Let's get it. This that real talk, no hype, man. It's just me now. About to have a youngin', that's another mouth to feed now. I pop out, bitches mad, a nigga got a seed now. How the fuck you mad at me? Your son like 3 now. I know she was my type. Met the bitch at Fridays on a Friday, then took her home to watch Friday. I was smoking kush all night. It was a Friday. Missed the one night. I hit that bitch that Friday. Ha. I'm an honorable dude. Get your hair done, that's something that's a father should do. You want a dad or a boyfriend? Pick out the two. She chose the first one. Well, bitch, I ain't the nigga for you. Cause I be strapped nasty in the black caddy. Raise a big bitch and watch it bang like Shaq Daddy. Sold a half ounce for an ounce price. I'm that crafty. They put shake at the bottom, then make the bag saggy. Yeah, I meant to tell you I finesse shit. Y'all tripping off my old work. I ain't even drop my best shit. Let a nigga say he want problems. We gon' test it. Over that green, he getting blue like we Texan. Every time we step in the club, we bring them Texan. Down to my last little bean, I gotta stretch this. 50 for you and 50 for the next bitch. And then I go home with her best friend. I'm that wild. Keep the pump on me like a fat child. AirPods in on the drill, the gum that loud. Entry room, chest, exit room, backside. With a bullets and this about that size. Yeah, everything got the pound. Silencers on them blocks, you hear not a sound. All them niggas I was running with, it's not around. Why the fuck he talking shit and he don't be in town? Yeah, he was on the gram chatting. Told Zell if you catch him in that club, you better smack him. Try to set him up, but he was smart, he wasn't lacking. Better have your homies with him when we catch him. My niggas seen about to go to trial. Niggas in the courts pointing at Brody like he ain't got a child. Cops ask us questions, we get in denial. After they read my rights, I need my lawyer now. Niggas pussy, I should've known he wasn't the tough type. My daughter ain't gon' play with dolls, she the rough type. Yeah, this that real talk, real talk. Corona's too rare, they come around and bring real talk. This that real talk, Corona too. Real talk, yeah. Everything got the pound. Silencers on them Glocks, you hear not a sound, yeah.